The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
It's on the map.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you.
Why'd you have
keep
to
an eye on you.
throw your arms up?
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
Why you gotta be like this, George?
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
Am I getting in this car? Alright, George is
Agent
with me.
Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a
Speed
badge
limit,
doesn't
sure.
mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
What's
Just
sparking?
need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack. Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
Oh no, it's a storm. Is that what the electricity was? Like, can I look behind me? There was like sparking happening behind everyone at like this garage. I guess it's the storm. Whatever. Let's zoom. Oh wait, there's a hedge. How do I leave? How do I leave this place? This parking lot, it confuses me. I don't even think this is the right way. Okay, well I just had to go in a circle. I thought I could just leave over here, but I guess not. The storm is scary.
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've never felt lonely.
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women. You might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
Well, she got you good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week? It's not that light of a wound.
I am
So,
definitely going the wrong way. Oh, a tree!
is there really a need for a full-time sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure
Guess we're going
it's
off-road.
small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads to all kinds of problems. Fights, runaways, stray pets.
You're too fixated on violent crimes. Our job is to guide the people along the correct path, first and foremost. That's what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
Back there he is, alone, in all his glory. Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say something, Agent Morgan?
No, nothing, George.
Didn't say nothing.
Just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
Alright, we're on a road now. I think we're going the right way. Kinda got lost a little bit. Maybe I should actually look at the map. You would think George would help me out here. But I guess he doesn't want me to know where to go. Right. I need that flower, but if I get out of the car, they'll go on without me. And that's no good. Actually, I didn't even see. I think I want to go... I wish I would go straight to the map. Yeah, just follow the road still. Okay. I wasn't sure if to the left was still the road, but it looks like that's a dead end. So we're good. We do want to collect the flower though, but we'll wait till later, I guess. Although I don't even know if they'll really have anything else to say once we get to this point. I'm sure it's fine. We can get that flower whenever we want. I don't like this storm though. It's spooky, and I don't know if it's making my driving worse or if I'm just really bad at driving. probably just I'm really bad at driving. It doesn't matter that much. The driving's not that great in this anyways. Off-roading also isn't the best option. Kind of slow yourself down, but whatever, we're good. I don't think it was much of a shortcut. Oh, I can't use the siren anymore. Oops. Didn't mean to bop it. Did I break the siren? Oh no. I also pressed the wrong button for that. You know what I think? I think the siren actually uses up your stamina. Now I can do the siren. That's weird. That's weird that it uses your stamina. That's silly. We're at the hospital though. I wasn't paying attention to that. I didn't realize it was... had to recharge.
That's a pretty big hospital. I guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover.
You guys really want to talk in the rain?
Slumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
Impressive.
But the hotter the fever, the faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes,
He's
I'm sorry to
FBI.
say that it is.
Indeed.
He probably sees a
That's
lot
why
of
this
people
case
dying.
is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
Okay, just bounce up those stairs, Emily. It's fine. Oh, can of tomato sauce. I don't think it's as good as a can of pickles, though.
Hello, Sheriff.
I appreciate that this game only has 3 tracks.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where
Usha.
it is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Hospitals have
nice to meet
computers.
you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Haha, it's a funny joke.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors
Just
get
the scar?
exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
Erotica. Liar's house.
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime. The murder of a local girl.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Spooky.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent
See, even
Morgan.
Swery says that video games don't cause violence. That's exactly what I got from that conversation. Dr. Johnson should be in the computer room. Okay, I thought you would have something more to say. Emily, what's happening? What's going on? Okay. Just wanted to talk, Emily, jeez. George, what's up? Just go to the computer room. We need to find Usha. Okay. You see, like, the map has weird chest-like pieces attached to it? Floor plan of the hospital looks like each section is named after a chess piece. Strange. Unique. This is like a Resident Evil kind of hospital. It's got chess themes for chess-themed puzzles.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
What do you mean check
No,
her
I don't think so.
information?
Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking
message
about.
on the computer.
Chess tournament
And
poster
a
in the
card key already
background.
set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
I don't know about that, York. I don't know how chess works. So, you would think this puzzle would be something along the lines of, like, the king would be past the rook, so, like, the rook would be the first one, and then it meets the bishop, knight takes a pawn to the queen, or, like, something weird like that, right? Like, the placement would be different depending on what's where. I don't know which one's the king and which one's the queen. I think this one's king. No, it's just, the order. What is the rook? Is that this one? Yeah, because the knight. Okay, I don't know the names as well. I call the rook the castle all the time. Bishop, knight, pawn, queen. Like, it's just the order of the pieces. So, like, it's very easy to overthink it, and that's a face. Oh, that's a face too.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
That's...
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here.
Why
right
was
now.
York very blurry
No
for a
need,
minute?
George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
I'm not joking.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
Wow, you solved the puzzle.
Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
It's really not much of a game.
Nah.
We got the card key for underground floor. Like... It was just... No, this wasn't it. I don't even... Like, how did York get that code? Not the code, but the saying? Was it just on the computer? Because I thought it had something to do with the posters, but they're not in the right order, I don't think. Rook was before knight and pawn. It doesn't matter. It's a dumb puzzle. We solved it. We're the heroes. Where's the autopsy room? Bam! I got a breakthrough. Hello? You're not related to the case. No one that doesn't have a name over their head is related. Especially that child. It's a weird looking child. I didn't even know there were like NPC children in this game. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I think I'm lost. Oh no, where am I? Hey, there we go. Stairs going down. Oh god. Camera. Please. I need to bust on through. Oh no, I need to use the key. I should be able to unlock that. We solved it. What if we just came over here and started banging on a door? Usher, let us in. Oh, Usher's not here anyways. He's like deeper in the cavernous depths of the underground hospital. This isn't right either. I'm gonna open this and there better be a dead body. Shelves for storing bodies. I wouldn't open these unless we really needed to. Oh, I wanted to open it. Usher, I see you. I can't run in. Oh, they're locked. Usher, let me in. I have to go the other way. Anything? No, I thought there was something on the desk thing. Not really a desk. What would it be called? Can I read this? I can. Yes, your doctor told us that you are to be our patient, accept our This is terrible. That, like, patient wasn't put on one line. Accept our enthusiastic congratulations and well wish on your coming event. And be assured that we have a very personal interest in your case and have already taken steps to see to to it. That doesn't look like it. It's like it backwards. That your stay in the Palo Alto hospital will be pay us a social visit before you enter. We want to... What even is that? We want to mint and greet you for your Yes, your doctor told us. Oh, this is great. I need to read more signs. Saved your life. Like your life. Wahaha. Register. I'm dying. Registering and fill roommate therapeutic. See what blood. Is that like a dollar sign? Can I, if I shoot, that would help actually. Blood dollar sign Rhine collection X-ray room Hello Kitty. Chest X-ray Fafa my girl. Polyclinic machines exam of internal medicine for men and women. Premarital exam M room 12. Surgical exam for girl. Premarital exam F room 9. Gynecologist exam for child. Premarital education. Like your life, wahaha. Like your life. Oh, I need to get a little farther away. Premarital exam guide. Per examination service. Registering and filling in forms. Therapeutic room 6. Blood. This is like the same thing, just a little different. Yeah, it's mostly the same. I still like your life, wahaha. That's my favorite. Any other signs? I don't know if this was just a poorly worded, or if they just decided to make it dumb because, like, who's gonna read this? Caution your body. Per examining service, registering and filling. Alright, same stuff, but caution your body. I don't think I can read that small text. That's way too small. Yeah, same. Okay, we're good. We did it. We did it. Wahaha. Usher, you gotta do something about these signs. You better not be playing chess.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Usher's pretty cool. I don't think he shows up at any other point in the game.
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
But I like Usher.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usher Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
What does that mean? Did you kill this person?
By the way, did you create that yourself?
That was a terrible
I just
riddle.
wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
It was bad,
I
Usher.
see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
I like how Emily just ran into frame real quick.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
I didn't think about that.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand.
It was a Pokeball. I like everyone's looking at their hands. Was I gripping something round in my hand?
Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death.
Someone just bop it when they were
probably
moving the
happened to
body?
her after she was killed.
It's like when you're moving a dresser and you hit the door wall.
Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion.
It was aliens.
The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
So who strangled her and why?
Which means...
She was cut
Cut
up
open.
while she was still alive.
This is too much for Emily.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her
Usher,
cry.
what are you talking about right now? Isn't the most tragic thing just that she's dead? And apparently, like, I don't know, tortured isn't the right word since she didn't
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
try to act
I
against
believe
such
she
weird...
was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women.
Are
He
you
probably cannot converse with them normally.
profiling the murderer right now?
Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely
They're
individual.
a doctor, right?
Either that or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. Now, a case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usher, please, limit your report to your findings as a
What was
doctor.
that noise?
Criminal profiling is my job. You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Nani?
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
I love that movie, right, Zach?
Directed by John Landis, 1981.
Let's just talk about that for a while.
So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
Evidence?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
I'm just gonna look at Usher while he's thinking. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. Also, he's a criminal profile man. Emily, you look tiny from that angle. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. Well, now I'm just gonna stare for a while. Okay. Look, there's the UFO. I knew it. Aliens. She's just kind of looking into space. He stopped thinking. Where's George? George, what are you doing? Still no hint of a smile. There's no reason we should focus our efforts on George. Oh, there's a corpse on the table. How come no one knew this? There's a ball hand. Oh, look, it has a weird symbol on it. Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was circular with a relief shaped like a peace mark. Far out, man. And his body's lying on the table. It sure is. Look at those feet. Those are some gross looking feet. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. Traces of evaporated liquid around the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. Wow, really? Who would have thought? The tongue has been removed. Look at the edges of the edge of the stump. What do you mean, like, the edge of the stump? The tongue was removed because there's a stump. Or there's a stump because the tongue was removed. You know what I mean. But I guess there's something important there.
I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
Is it?
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
And then someone bopped her head, fracturing her skull.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
I mean, either way,
Are
right?
you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how
What
about
are you talking about, Usher?
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women.
I didn't ask
I don't
about the
see
women
what
part,
that has to do
George.
with anything.
George, the perpetrator, is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
The blunt knife was tongue. Not tongues, teeth.
From a wound like this.
He
But this
he
is
cut her
so
tongue
big.
off with his tongue. Did no one investigate her mouth?
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
I'm the captain now.
What did you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
No one accused you, George.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
You know what these are? I don't. I don't think Emily's all there. She looks really confused. That's a lot of, bags. I still don't get it. What do sunflower seeds have to do with anything?
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
He just said a bunch of chess mumbo jumbo.
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
I'm guessing that was to imply that York saw the screen and knew exactly how to win. Which, like, yeah, that's a fly move. But also, you're supposed to be investigating. Oh no, there's evil red vines all over the place. You know what that means? Combat time. I thought there was going to be a zombie on the couch. Zach, it appears I'm hallucinating again.
Zach, they're here.
I wish that the Wahaha sign was here. I want to read it again. It makes me smile.